Prologue, they say, humans are fragile. Just a small species on a small planet, living short lives under the endless stars. But sometimes, the strength of a human heart can shake the whole universe. This is the story of Armand, a lonely musician from New York, and an alien scientist from a faraway world, two souls that should never have met. And yet, fate pulled them together. Rooftop in New York, the night sky above Manhattan was glowing. The Empire State Building shone in gold, the city buzzing far below. On a quiet rooftop, Armand sat alone with his guitar. He strummed a soft, sad tune. His voice cracked with the weight of heartbreak. Life isn't just about breathing. Sometimes living without love feels like dying. He sighed and looked at the stars. Maybe someone out there, maybe someone would understand me. And then, it happened. A blinding light split the sky. Not a star, not a plane. A ship dotted descended silently, futuristic metal glowing against the skyline. The rooftop shook as it landed. The door slid open. Out stepped a woman, not human. Her skin glowed faint blue under the city lights. Her long hair floated as if the air itself bent around her. Her eyes like liquid stars. Armand froze. What the hell? The woman spoke, her voice calm, but powerful. I am Alara. I came here to study your world, and you will be my guide. Strange company. The days that followed felt like a dream. Alara walked the crowded streets of New York, with Armand at her side, in Times Square. She stared at the giant glowing billboards. On the subway, she studied the tired faces of commuters. At Central Park, she watched children laugh and play. This is strange, she whispered. You humans tie emotions to everything. Food, music, even the way you look at each other. Armand chuckled. Yeah, that's what makes us human. Without emotions, life's just empty. Alara tilted her head. Empty or peaceful? Armand looked straight into her eyes. Empty. And for the first time, she didn't argue. Rain and music. One evening, rain poured over the city. On a quiet street near a small diner, Armand and Alara shared an umbrella. Armand pulled out his guitar case and strummed under the rain. His voice echoed against the neon lights. Pain becomes a song, and songs keep us alive. Alara's glowing eyes softened. She whispered, almost to herself, you humans turn even your pain into beauty. Armand smiled. And you, aliens, hide your feelings like secrets. Maybe that's why you'll never understand love. Alara froze. Something stirred in her chest. Something dangerous. Something new. The warning that night, Alara's wrist device beeped. A hologram appeared, an elder from her world. Alara of Arion. You are crossing the line. Observe the humans. Do not connect with them. Emotions are forbidden. Alara's face darkened. Yes, counselor. But her heart was no longer listening. Armand noticed her silence. What's wrong? She hesitated, then whispered, if I stay too close to you, my people will come for me. Armand took a step closer, his voice firm. Then let them, because I'm not letting you go. Cliffhanger. Midnight. The rooftop again. Alara stood beside Armand, staring at the skyline. Her skin glowed brighter than ever. She whispered, you think you're just a man, Armand? But your heart holds more than my entire world can understand. And just then, the sky lit up. Another ship appeared, massive and menacing, descending above the city. Armand grabbed her hand. No matter what happens, you're already part of my story. The ship's lights blinded them both, and the battle for their love had only just begun. Contact over Manhattan. Midnight split the sky. New York looked up and forgot to breathe. A massive alien ship hung over Manhattan like a dark halo. Sirens wailed below. Phones came out. News choppers circled like gnats around a hurricane. On a rooftop in the Lower East Side, Armand pulled Alara behind a ventilation unit. Her skin glowed brighter than the city. Armand, urgent whisper. They found you. Ilara steady, hiding fear. They found us. The ship's underbelly rotated. A blue cone of light swept across rooftops. Elara. That's a harvest scan. They'll take me and erase your memory. Armin, then they'll have to erase the whole city because I'm not forgetting you. He lifts her hand to his chest. She feels his heartbeat fast, stubborn, human. Elara soft. Stunned. It's loud. Armin, it's yours. A flash. Sleek drones drop from the mothership like raindrops of steel. Elara. Run. Cut to black. Title. Cartafar Bidn, LOVE, Part 2. No Safe Sky, Lincoln Tunnel. Armand drives a beat-up '09 Mustang, rain slicing the windshield. Ilara sits, shotgun, eyes mapping every human motion, wipers mirror, clenched jaw. Elara. Your city breathes in panic. Armand, it breathes in hope, too. Hold on. He guns it. They dive into the Lincoln Tunnel. Drones streak past the entrance, lose signal, scatter. Ilara quickly, scanning. Their city range is weak, but they'll switch to orbit tracking. Armin, so we stop being a city problem. Ilara, where do humans go when they need to disappear? Arman, grim smile. West. Rest stop, Jersey Diner, 2:37 a.m. A neon sign flickers. Starlight Diner. Inside, truckers sip coffee. Blues music hums from a jukebox. Ilara's glow dims under a hoodie. Waitress pouring. Honey, you look like you outran a tornado. Armin, something like that. Ilara stares at a plate of apple pie. Ilara, sugar and warmth. It's comfort food. Armand, it's what we eat when the world feels too big. She takes a bite, closes her eyes. A small, honest smile. Ilara hushed. Your species makes safety out of sweetness. Armin, we make it out of each other. A TV over-the-counter blasts. Breaking news. Unconfirmed UFO over New York City possible hoax. Officials deny. Ilara's wrist device pulses red. Elara. Alarmed. They're triangulating us off reflected atmospheric ions. Armin, English please. Ilara, they'll be here in 6 minutes. Armin drops cash, grabs her hand. Waitress calling after. Hey, you forgot your change. Armin, over shoulder. Keep it. And thank you for the pie. Route 66 dream montage. The Mustang blazes through Pennsylvania hills, Ohio cornfields, past Chicago's glittering lakefront, then endless Kansas sky. The American spine unspools like a promise. Humans build highways when they need to outrun their fears, or chase them. Inside the car, they trade truths. Armin, I used to play subway platforms for tourists. New York never listened until I learned to sing like I was bleeding. Elara. Leaning back, watching stars. On Arion, we outlawed bleeding. We built logic so thick around our hearts we forgot they were there. Armin, you didn't forget. You're here. She looks at him, eyes shimmering. Elara. I think I came to study humanity, but I stayed because I met you. He doesn't answer. He reaches across, finds her hand in the dark. Fingers interlace. The Mustang's engine becomes a lullaby. Motel Neon, Room 12, a desert motel in New Mexico glows in pink neon. A coyote yips in the distance. Inside Room 12, Ilara stands before a cracked mirror, lowers her hoodie. Her glow fills the room. Elara whisper, studying herself. In my world, they call this a mutation luminescence from starborn cells. Armin soft. In mine, we call it beautiful. She turns. For a breath. There is no alien, no human, just a people in the warm hush before a storm. A thunder of rotors. Armand peeks through blinds. Armand, helicopters, military. Ilara, not yours. She closes her eyes, listening. Council drones wearing your army's skin. Armin, how do we fight something that can pretend to be us? Ilara, meeting his gaze. by being more us than they can fake. He exhales, shakes. She steps close, places his hand over her heart, glow steady under his palm. Alara, feel it. My heart learned your rhythm. Armand voice breaking. Then we don't run tonight. She nods. Standoff. Backlot. They step into the motel backlot. Wind kicks sand across asphalt. A matte black helicopter squats low, doors sliding open. Figures in tactical gear spill out, visors mirror the neon lead operative modulated voice. Elara of Arion, surrender the human. You may still return for debrief. Armin calling. Over my dead. Elara cuts in. .com, but lethal. You have no jurisdiction on a sovereign planet. She raises her hand. Air shivers. The parking lot lights bend her gravity field, peeling photons like petals. Operative, final warning. Armin steps forward, hands empty, voice loud enough for the motel guests peeking through curtains. Armin, listen up. These aren't us military. They're aliens hiding in our skins. If I vanish tonight, Tiff, she vanishes, don't let them write it off as a gas leak. He points at a security camera. Armand, human eyes are watching. A beat. The operatives hesitates just enough. Elara snaps a ring of invisible pressure. The helicopter's rotors hiccup and stall. Sparks shower the asphalt. Operatives shouting, engage. They lunge. Elara throws up a silver-blue dome. Bullets flatten into light. Armand grabs a fire extinguisher, slams it into a visor, shatters, like ice. Elara impressed. Weaponized chaos. Very human. Armin panting. Welcome to Earth. They dive back into the Mustang. Tires scream. Sand erupts. Desert call. Area quiet. An hour later. The road is an ink ribbon across the Arizona desert. Constellations burn like old gods. Elara. Focused. I sent a ghost ping to an Aryan dissident network. If anyone answers, they can hide us. Armin, dissidents, you've got rebels too. Elara, any world with rules grows rebels. Armin, good. I was starting to think we were special. Elara smiles. You are. You made me one. Her device chirps. A voice filters through static and velvet. Voice encrypted. Elara, if you can hear this, follow the scar in the earth. Old research base, decommissioned by your kind after Roswell rumors. Coordinates incoming. Armin eyes widen. Roswell was you. Elara, not me. My ancestors. They left terrified of your curiosity. Armand. We poke everything with a stick. Elara, and sometimes you turn the stick into a flag. They share a look that says, we might just make it. The scar, dry lake. Midnight, they climb a dirt access road to a dry lake bed. Wind moans across cracked earth. A half-buried door sits under sand drifts. Elara spreads her fingers. The door vibrates, unlocks with a sound like a sigh. Inside, an abandoned alien outpost, clean lines, old light. Holographic consoles flicker as if waking from a long dream. Armin, OD, so this is real. Elara. History, and a crime scene. They ran from you before they could say hello. She brushes dust from a console. It glows, recognizes her genome. Symbols dance like constellations. Elara reading, power cells. 90%. Comes. Dead to the council, open to dissidents. She looks at him. We can vanish here, or we can speak. Armin, speak. She inhales, then broadcasts not to her rulers, but to any ear with a conscience. Elara, message. To anyone in the Aryan diaspora. I am Elara. I found what we forgot. Humanity is not a threat, is a mirror. And what I feel for this human is not a malfunction. It is proof we still have hearts. Her hand trembles as she ends the transmission. Armin pulls her into his arms. Armin rough, you just declared war. Elara into his shoulder. I declared love. Council strikes, Orbital whiplash alarms. Scream. The outpost shakes. Sand pours from ancient seams. ELARA eyes wide. They traced the broadcast. Orbital rail shot incoming kinetic, not thermal. They'll punch the base like a meteor. Armand, how do we survive a meteor? Elara furious focus. We don't survive it. We move it. She slams both palms on a console. Lines of alien math pour across the room. The outpost hums, low and hungry. ELARA. Human architecture taught me something. Distributed load. You build bridges that sway with the wind. She looks at him. So we make the desert a bridge. Outside, the dry lake bed ripples like water. Vibration channels bloom in concentric rings. The rail shot of dark star dares the sky and slams down, and the rings flex, absorb, shunt. The kinetic slug skips like a stone. Detonates harmlessly, miles away, in an empty canyon. Silence. Then wind on Armin's stunned laugh. You just judo flipped space. Elara shaking, smiling. I learned from you. You take hits and turn them into songs. She wobbles. He catches her. Armin. Hey, stay with me. Elara breathless. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Lights flicker. A new signal blooms on the console. Multiple signatures. Not hostile. A symbol appears. An Aryan sigil scratched through with a line. ELARA. Hope breaking through. Dissidents. They heard us. A hollow window opens. Faces of aliens in shadowed rooms. On strange ships. On forgotten moons. Dissident leader. Elara. We've waited for someone to say it out loud. We're inbound with a cloak lattice. We can hide your outpost. And the human. Armin steps forward into the camera's light. Armin. Name's Armin. I'm not baggage. I'm her partner. A few dissidents. Smiles maul. Real. Dissident leader. Then partner. You'll need to learn quickly. The council will not stop. Armand good. Neither will we. Quiet before the fire. 2 chairs, 1 heart. Hours later. The outpost is dim and calm. The Mustang sits under alien lights like a tired horse in a cathedral. Armin and Elara sit in 2 metal chairs, knees touching. A thermos of diner coffee between them. Armand half-grin, saved by pie and physic. Elara, and by you. She reaches into her suit, pulls a small crystalline shard. ELARA. This is an Arion memory key. If they ever take me, everything I am will be in here, including you. She slips the crystal into his palm. It glows faintly. Armin voice thick. You're not going anywhere. Elara soft. I know. But humans taught me that love plans for both storms and horizons. He kisses her forehead. The glow deepens around his lips. They didn't sleep. They memorized each other. Final beat. They brought a sun. Dawn purpled the desert. Dissident, ship sleek, quiet, compassionate, drifted in, weaving a cloak lattice over the outpost like spider silk made of moonlight. Elara checks a final readout. Freezes. ELARA. Whisper. No. Armin. What? Elara hollow. The council escalated. They brought a sunseed. A miniature star? If they drop it into atmosphere, your world burns clean in 8 hours. The room feels smaller. Armand jaw setting. Then we don't let them drop it. Elara meeting his fire. We can't reach orbit without help. Armin. Then we build a ladder. He looks at the cloak lattice, the old outpost, the empty sky. Armin to Elara. To the dissidents, to every human who will listen. Humans don't run from the dark. We invent light. Tell me what to do on. I'll do it. A musician from New York just volunteered to save the planet. The universe listened. The sun seed above Earth. The sky cracked with a second dawn. Not the sun, but a sunseed. A miniature star forged by alien hands. If it touched Earth's atmosphere, humanity would vanish in fire. Inside the desert outpost, alarms wailed. Elara's glowing eyes widened. IAH urgent. They're going to sterilize the planet. 8 hours, maybe less. Armand, then we don't wait. We take the fight to them. Impossible plan. Alara pulled up holograms, schematics of the mothership. Orbit lines, energy outputs, .ELARA. We can't reach orbit in your vehicles. We don't have weapons. We don't have time. Armin, what do we have? Alara hesitant. We have you. Armand blinked. Me. I'm a guy with a guitar. Ilara, not Iron Man. Ilara firm. You are what they fear most. A human heart, willing to defy rules. That's why I came. That's why I stayed. Armin swallowed, nodded. Then show me how to climb to the stars. Building the ladder. HFY moment. With the dissident rebels' help, the outpost transformed. Human scrap plus alien tech fused. Mustang steel frame bolted into an alien launch sled. Old solar panels rigged to ion drives. Guitars, strings stretched as manual control wires. Armin's idea. Dissident. Leader. It won't survive re-entry. Armin, good thing. We're not planning on falling. Ilara placed her crystal memory key into his hand. Again. ELARA soft. If you die, I die with you, Armand. Then we live together. Into orbit. Riding the sky, the makeshift craft screamed upward, desert tearing away beneath. Armand gripped controls, sweat stinging his eyes. Earth curved below. Stars opened above. The council ship loomed dark, massive, blotting constellations, and beyond it, the burning sun. C.ELARANO. Your planet looks so small from here. ARMAN, grim smile. Small, but stubborn. Boarding the enemy, they breached the mothership hangar, sparks flying. Armin stumbled out, clutching a crowbar. Human weapon. Human stubbornness. Council soldiers surrounded them. Commander cold. Ilara, of Arion. Surrender the human. Emotions make you weak. Armin stepped forward, crowbar in hand. No, they make us strong. Strong enough to fight gods. Because we fight for each other. He charged. Against plasma rifles. Against odds. And somehow he didn't fall. Because Ilara fought beside him. Core decision. They reached the control chamber. The sunseed pulsed on screens. Countdown, 12 minutes. ELARA. We can divert the seed into deep space. But someone must stay in the chamber and hold the override manually. Armand looked at her. So one of us dies. She nodded, tears shimmering. Armin, then it's me. Ilara furious. No, you're the reason I still have a heart. He took her face in his hands. And you're the reason mine still beats. But if love means anything, it means I don't let you die for me. Othonan. Armin slammed the override, locking himself in. Ilara screamed, pounding the barrier. Armin through glass. Tell my world, we were worth saving. Tell yours, we're not weak. He closed his eyes, humming the same sad song he once played alone on a rooftop. But Ilara refused. She cut through wires, ripped circuits with raw power, bled her own energy into the system. At the last second she joined him. Their hands touched the console together. Human heart plus alien light. The override worked. The sunseed jerked, flared, then shot past Earth into the endless dark. Aftermath. The mothership shuddered. The council withdrew. Dissident ships cloaked Earth. Humanity survived. Inside the wrecked chamber, smoke curling around them. Armin held Ilara, both alive. Barely. ELARA. Weak smile. You broke the rules of two worlds. Armin's soft laugh. Yeah, but I got the girl. She kissed him fully, fiercely. They say humans are fragile. But maybe that's what makes them unstoppable. Because only something fragile can love hard enough to risk breaking. And sometimes, love is the strongest weapon in the universe.